This is a dark day for police.
This is the kind of thing that happens in Mexico, not Australia. Two police officers, Rachel McCrow and Matthew Arnold, are shot dead after being ambushed at a rural property in Queensland. Two other cops managed to escape. Randall Kirk is shot in the leg. Keely Brough takes to the bush and the shooters light a fire to smoke her out. She's so convinced she's going to die, she was sending text messages to her family saying her time was up. She'd only been in the job 8 weeks. Conspiracy theorist Gareth Train, he believed the Port Arthur massacre was faked by the government to crack down on gun ownership. His wife Stacey and his brother Nathaniel are then shot dead by Queensland's equivalent of the TRG during a second firefight. What makes this incident so insidious was that it was such a routine call-out, a missing person. It happens dozens of times a day.
Being a police officer of over 30 years, on responding to a call for a missing person, this is not what you expect.
What's just happened is going to be at the back of every cop's mind for a very, very long time.
Our colleagues who are feeling the pain, it's not just in Queensland. I can tell you this is right across Australia and New Zealand, because you touch one of us, you hurt all of us.
That was Queensland Police Union President Ian Levers, and he was right. Cole Blanche lowered flags to half-mast and cops around the world have offered their condolences.
Well, this would have to be one of the most horrific cases.
Of the 28 Australian police officers killed on duty between 81 and 2007, 22 were shot. It's more common than we'd like, but this level of premeditation is very unusual.
And somehow police have got to put that aside and then get on with the job still.
Yeah, it's a job that's getting bigger and bigger. It doesn't even stop at the border anymore. WA police are going to stop the drug trade at source. The new transnational squad is looking to capitalise on the success of Operation Comstock. That brought down Ilya Raftovsky, the 27-year-old former crowd controller who police considered a Mr. Big of WA's drug trade. Local detectives worked with police in North Macedonia to get the case up against him, and it worked so well, they're going to start doing that full time. Identify the gangsters and bikies offshore who direct the drugs here and make it easy for the local cops to make the arrest by doing the detective work for them. The new tactic comes with the added bonus of forcing said criminals to do their time in prisons in the Middle East, Eastern Europe and Southeast Asia, where, unlike Australia, hard labour is less this.
And this Chateau LeBlanc 68 is supposed to be served slightly chilled.
And more this. The new police unit comes at a good time because drug traffickers are getting sneakier and sneakier. The AFP is reporting that meth kingpins have been importing their drug in fake packets of tea.
Mum, what's up with this tea bag?
They're even colour-coding it so syndicates can identify the source country and purity. Apparently the stuff in silver and gold packaging is good, but you really want the stuff in green.
Blue, yellow, pink. Whatever, man, just keep bringing me that.
Hey, why would you import meth when you could just import coal?
Now worth so much, the federal government's capping the price. Canberra's putting an artificial lid on coal and gas in a bid to rein in electricity prices on the East Coast.
How's that going to work?
Well, the government's taken a piss a bit by suggesting this is going to have a significant impact on power prices. The amount of gas and coal that will be subject to the price controls is actually very small. Most of this stuff is already under long-term contracts. And Big Oil is taking the piss when it says it can't afford to have these constraints and that future investment is at risk. The cap is $12 per gigajoule of gas. You don't need to worry about what a gigajoule is. You need to know this. In 2014, gas companies were lucky to get $5 a gigajoule. They thought all their Christmases had come at once when they were getting $10 4 years later. If you'd said to them back then, we'll give you $12, they would have taken the deal in a heartbeat and locked it in forever. Same with the coal barons. They would have jumped at $125 a tonne 3 years ago when they were getting maybe 50. They would have been high-fiving each other at those prices, but now they're telling Federal Resources Minister Madeleine King that the world's going to end. I mean, give me a break.
Well, fossil fuel might have a bigger problem than price caps.
Scientists in the US have made a breakthrough in what is considered the holy grail of renewable energy. They have perfected something called a fusion reaction, which is slightly more complicated than Doc and Marty McFly would have you believe.
I need fuel.
Physicists have known for a long time that you can release a lot of energy from a blob of hydrogen if you blast it with
sophisticated heat beam.
The problem thus far has been the fusion process, where you smash two hydrogen atoms together to create helium, required more energy than it produced.
This is helium, God damn it.
The drones in Sector 7G at the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory have used a
laser
in a way that achieves net energy gain. They produce more juice than they used. Only a bit more mind, but it's an important step because fusion produces no carbon, bugger all radiation, and just 1 cup of the hydrogen fuel can power a house or a moderate-sized meth lab for 100 years.
You're goddamn right.
I'm Ben Harvey.
If anyone knows how to murder someone and get away with it, it would have been him.
He was an animal.
You believe Gary White is an innocent man?
100%.